Hello everyone, it's your old boy Rizzo6 here. Also, by slash G-Studioz when I'm making games or mods. Well, technically not games, it's mostly mods. Oops, sorry if I'm hovering over that. But yeah, mostly just referred to as Angry Rizzo on some of the socials like YouTube or Blue Sky, whatever. But on the game side, like on itch.io, Game Banana, and Game Jolt, yes, I'm on those three sites. I mostly refer to with slash G-Studioz, which I had it at the back of my mind for like a while, but whatever. Today we're doing another reaction video. It's been a while since I did a reaction video. I'm pretty sure my last one was like over a year ago. It's probably a Lazy Game one, I guess. But this time reacting to someone actually playing one of my games that I'm actually developing on. Unlike one I actually tried to develop before, which wasn't polished, and I just gave up on it, and plus I had storage issues. Also similar with this, which I did stop development 2 months ago because of storage issues, but I got back to it slowly as of this October. But that aside, this is the recent one I'm working on, and still are. But I hope eventually I could get an update out where it's a full release with probably more to come. That is, if I could figure out my ways to do so. I'm still learning game developing still. Well, I do know how to do sprites, some music and all, but coding, I'm still going around with that, but pretty much. And also get to do, hopefully, an Halloween version because I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Because we know we're on the spooky month and I want to do something for that spooky month. So I want to do a Halloween edition on that mod. Not that mod, a fan game of a fan game, specifically. And long story short, just to make it quick, so before we watch this video, this is a fan game based off a fan game based on a game, which is basically a redone version of a fan game called Creepy Faces Maze, which is based on the titular mild horror game Baldi's Basics. But you can just search it up. You can search it up online and stuff because I won't further elaborate, and I just want to get this intro sorted with. With that in mind, yeah. One last thing is that I just noticed this because when I looked at my page early when I got home from internship, not technically work, but eventually, I noticed this comment left by the author Steven2PM, which he has done a couple of Creepy Faces games, specifically 2.0 or Plus, I think, if I recall correctly, on itch.io. He left this comment on my page 5 hours ago, and he made this video, and I just thought I'd check it out, which is what we're doing here. And he said in the comment he speaks French, which, not that I don't mind. French is my primary language, and I'm from Canada, so obviously I speak that. So, let's just get on with it. 5 years. It was 2020? I mean, I recall. Yeah, it says. Oh, yeah. I did put the date. I kind of forgot. Yeah, it was over 2019 when it started, and its last was 2020. Reason is because the person who made those games, especially the last version, Creepy Face 5, was never heard from since then. And in the old versions, before, the mods which are still up, has never been archived. So this game basically become lost media amongst the Baldi Spaces community. Yeah, it's lost media. Can you believe it? And do I have one of the builds? Absolutely not. But I bet it's probably going to be lost media in the future until we actually get one of the builds. I mean, I have found some pages that do have some of the lost builds, but if there's more builds to be recovered, then it could be lost media complete. But that aside, we're moving on more. Still trying to polish up with the game. Oh my god. Sorry the video pauses. It's probably the recorder. Reface Maze Classic redone. Yeah, it's made in Unity. Same as the old game. Yeah, that's me. That's my alias. But you can call me Gabriel, which is actually my first name. My first legal name, by the way. But I'd rather not elaborate on my full name. So just call me Gabriel, and it's with a Y and not an I. And 06, if that would make sense, is the year I was born. The year 2006. Since usually when there's numbers on aliases, people would not understand if it has a meaning or not. But this one does. Right now it's a template. It has no story yet still. Well, that's because I don't have those modes yet. Classic mode, which is going to be based on the original game. Let's see if I can actually recreate the original Classic with the characters and shit. I'm unsure. And tutorial mode. Might have mixed feelings if I actually want to go through with actually making a tutorial mode, or if I actually will scrap this. Then if that's the case, then it'll only be made mode in Classic. That will be actually putting in. And I'm not sure if I will add any other modes later. But the only thing that's different is that in the main mode, will actually come with 5 endings, or 2 in that case. I think 1 would be rare, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the other 4s are just alternate endings on the base game. But right now, there's only 2 endings on this base game. It's still a demo, but there's more to come. It'll still take me... The green one is the version you can play. If you see the flashing white, it's the way the sprites are loaded. They're not loaded... if I could explain, I actually use streaming assets. And the reason why I use streaming assets is I want to make the game actually moddable for you guys. Yes, so that means the assets are out in the open in the game files for you guys to mod. Just please have a backup when the downloads, because I don't have like a zip or something yet for to have backups just in case if you were to modify it back to the original assets. And yes, I want to make it moddable, so of course these games to be moddable, just like a Bully Space Classic and other mods, you know. So I used the streaming assets thing. Although the fonts and other stuff kind of are not modifiable yet. That's unless I could think of something with it. I still need to polish more of this. Right now it's still nothing. Yeah, there's the old one on the window, just a little Easter egg I just put there. I'm not sure if they'll keep it there for now or unless I just want to remove it. Probably someone, a random character hiding there, but I'll think about it. There's also this here, which you can get through from a event in a room. Yes, to get through you got to actually crouch. And I actually had a crouching feature. You just had to press the C button, which is the control for the crouching. And if you guys were to ask if I were to add inputs for you guys to actually change the controls, I will have to figure this out too. Otherwise, then you'll have the basic default controls, and you'll have to stick with it. Because still I'm trying to learn with the coding shit. I had to always the thing I had to do is always look at forums and stuff to learn from that. Since I have not learned, you have to press E. You don't have to click E. You don't have to click with your mouse. You have to press E. And since it doesn't work, since the camera is seeing the screen, it doesn't actually use the real camera. It uses a rendering texture. And the reason how the way I do that, which I learned from a video, you have to actually turn the camera to a specific setting. It will not render properly, but that's unless you would tie it to a canvas object called a raw image. Well, you put the render thingy, I don't remember what it's called, but then you tie it to a raw image, and it will be rendered to a raw image on your canvas, and this is what you're seeing here. And change some settings to make it look like it's an old game. Specifically PS1 graphics game. Sorry if I'm gendering, trying my best to talk and try my best to make sense. I'm trying to add decorations and stuff. It cuts off again. I bet it's the recording. That's the dialogue for now. I'm pretty sure I'll keep it like that. Yeah, strangers are strangers. Yeah, just like in the original game. That's what the whole fucking game was. There's the option, which I have 2 endings, is you take the keys and just get out. Well, technically not yet, since there's only 5 keys and I haven't got the exit thing yet. But you have to fortunately take the keys. There's no items in here. Yeah, you can explore, but it's not much. But there's still some stuff to work with. But the doors and switch, you have to press E. And sometimes it may not work because of the interacting method I'm using. Although it kind of works, but in some places it doesn't work. But I won't technically fix it. Oh, let's get to the input I would take. You can use it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Press E on it. Press E on it. Press E on it. No, you didn't even use it. Library. It's a library. It's seen in the original game. There's the library. You have no objective. You can't leave the place. You have to take it. There's also another line he says is when you're taking the keys while he's talking. You have to crawl up there, but not on it. You have to find a room to get there. Go inside the room. You can't go in there. Use the C key. Use the C key. I should have put the controls in. I should have put the controls. Yeah, that's the poster I made. I managed to recreate the old design using the colors from the sprites and the newer one, which both of them I hand drawn. Yeah, the music changes. The audion's low. Well, there's Jake Fat Boy or Jake Boy. He's the only NPC yet. I'll actually add the other ones from the original games later on. It depends if I will be able to actually give them different scripts or mechanics, the way they work in the game. And they only spawn when you get 2 keys, and not actually giving one of them back, which initializes the ending. There's another one downstairs. You had to go there. Yeah, that's Jake. No. Yeah, he's crying. That's an audio from an old game I developed. I just had to change the effects. There's a delay. Run before he gets to you again! Okay, skip to the last ending. Although he's slow because of the nav mesh. Ay. Because of the nav mesh. And the way you replace that, sometimes it takes him time. What are you doing? It doesn't do anything. You need 4 keys to activate it. He's upstairs, I bet. Well, I recomposed it. I used MIDI and other sound fonts to recompose the soundtrack in VSTs. I'll include VST sound fonts and the MIDI out of VST to recompose most of the game's soundtrack. Also, well, I modeled those out of Blockbench. Hey, careful! Get out of there! Well, he takes pretty slow, so... You got locked again! Oh my god. And if you guys are wondering about the soundtrack, if you guys want the soundtrack, I would have the FLPs available if you guys want to make remixes or high-quality riffs with it. That is the last key. Hit the switch. 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 The last key's behind the door. You hit the switch, dude. No, it's just Jake Boy in the demo. You're just one. I will add more in a later version. Just wait till I get an update out, dude. There's only Creepy Face and Jake in this version. The other characters are not added yet. And they're all added in at the same time when it's going to happen. But that's going to be planned in the future. There's nothing in here. Oh, that happens immediately, by which I could, No, that doesn't work. Look in the notebook. Ah! Press tab if you want to leave. Press tab if you want to leave. Yeah, the only thing is that there's only one character, and to leave the input thing, you have to press tab. And, sorry I haven't specified the controls in, like, the page. I'm terribly sorry. I'll probably update that in the page later, just in case for you guys. And to get in the page, you have to crouch. To get into the venue, you have to crouch. You have to press the C button to do that. You're in the state when you're crouching, and you have to press it again to uncrouch. And the last key was behind the door, in which you missed. You had to flick the switch again to get through there. Don't worry, like I said, I'll put that in the notes. I should have put that in the game updates folder when releasing the versions specifically. That would have been something. Or actually, a separate text called controls and loaded in via streaming assets or something on the menu into File Explorer or something else on depending on the OS, showing what controls you're supposed to use. But like I said, I might have the control binding change later in the future. That is, if I could actually configure this. But other than that, that's all I could say. Right now, this is the end of the video. And this is the end of the video. And not yet. Hold on, it's still not the end yet. There's socials and game page, which the game page will redirect to the game page, and socials will redirect to my custom site of NeoCities. Yes, that's the best I could do. In NeoCities. Oh my god! I just noticed it doesn't look clean. Somehow it's cupping off. Yeah, it shows YouTube, Discord. I don't have a Discord server. Well, I do have one in the works, but I don't have it to the public yet. I do have a Discord account, unless if you guys can reach out, but please, I would usually ask. I want you to ask me, but that's unless if I feel like it to, but whatever. And that's the end of it, so thanks for watching, and not only just check my videos again, but watch his as well. Check Steven2PM on YouTube and his itch.io page. And that's it. See you next time.